I'm Mike Lageschulte. Welcome to another edition of Utah Insider. The postseason is here for Utah baseball. To preview the Mountain West Conference Tournament and look back at the regular season, we're joined now by the head coach of the Utes, Bill Kinneberg. And Bill, so far so good. Second place in the conference, a winning overall record. What have been the key elements to your success so far this year?
It's been a good season for us. We played very well from day one all the way through this last weekend at TCU. But I think it was a goal of our team and our senior leadership that determined early in the fall that we were going to have a good season. And they've dedicated themselves and worked extremely hard and to get into this position. So Sunday was a little bit of a, losing that game to TCU was a little bit of a disappointment for us. But on the flip side, we've had a great year, and we look forward to the Mountain West tournament.
We'll talk about the tournament in a bit. Let's take a look at your lineup first. I mean, you've got an All-American C.J. Crone, what a great guy to build around, but you've got two other guys also ranked top 5 in the conference in hitting, as well as a freshman third baseman who gives you some pop. Let's talk about your lineup and how that's come together for you.
Everybody talks about C.J., and naturally they should. But there's some guys that have set the table for him as well. James Brooks, our leadoff hitter and shortstop, has had a fantastic year. Doing it both on the offensive and defensive side. Michael Beltran's had a good year. He's a 4-year starter. He should be having a good year. He's moved over to second base, and those two guys kind of set the table for us. When they're on base, CJ's really dangerous. But maybe the key guy for us is the guy that has hit after CJ, and Sean Cooper, and he's had a lot of pressure on him because CJ's been on base or been walked, and Sean's been put in some crucial situations and has come through for us. And so those 3 or 4 guys have really been big for us.
We did a profile on CJ earlier in the season, but what a great guy. Comes from a baseball family. All the tools are there. As you've watched him develop, what tools does he bring to the table, and then what has he worked on to become as good as he has been, now projected as a first-round draft pick in a few months?
Right. First of all, he's a great kid. He's a great person. He's been around the game a long time with his father, who's a coach in the minor leagues. So he's been around the game so much, and so the game comes easy to him. He sees the game very well. But what separates him is his hand-eye coordination. He's got such great hands that helps him make contact and helps him with his average. And then you put the fact that he's 6'4", 230 pounds, and has tremendous power. He's a real threat offensively, and probably the best hitter in the country. So he's done it all for us. We hope we can ride him for another couple weeks and before the draft hits.
Yeah, we wish him all the best in that draft coming up in June. Let's talk about pitching. Rick Anton been one of the best in the conference this year with the numbers, and then backside of that is Tyler Wagner, best in the conference with 10 saves. How's that rotation come together and your pitching staff come together for you this year?
Well, it's done very well, and Rick's kind of headlined it for us, starting every Friday or every first game of the series for us all year long. He's kind of set the table for us. On the backside, Tyler Wagner's done a tremendous job of closing games, and if you have somebody at the end of the game that can help you win games or keep the score at where it is, you're a step ahead of everybody, and Tyler has done that. He's one of the better relievers in the conference, if not the best, and those two guys have kind of set the table. The other guys have kind of filled in. Joe Pond has gotten hot as of late and pitched very well for us. Brock Dukes had some very good games. We are missing one piece of the puzzle with Zach Adams, who got hurt about halfway through the season. And if we, unfortunately, if we had him right now, we'd really be something going into this tournament, I think.
Well, Bill, 2 years ago, your team had that magical run in the conference tournament to make the NCAAs. This year, a number 2 seed TCU, once again, the power of the conference, a top 10 team. They'll be the top seed. You get a bye in the first round, but after that TCU series, you won the first game. You played them close twice. As you look at your team makeup-wise and confidence-wise, do you have everything it takes to win the tournament again this year and have another great run?
That's our goal, but we're going to take it one pitch at a time and one inning at a time and one game at a time. And the other 4 teams that are battling, in their seeding right now, will be a great opponent for us on Wednesday. We've got to get through that one first before we can match up with TCU. But TCU is a great ball club. They're going to host a regional. They have a chance to go to Omaha again. So we're going to have to be at our top of our game to beat them and beat the other teams as well.
All right, Bill, good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, Utah, the number 2 seed in the Mountain West Conference Tournament. They have a bye through the first round. They'll start tournament play on Wednesday. You can follow all the action at UtahUs.com with live audio, game stats. Also, all the games in the tournament will be on the mountain as Utah heads to San Diego. For Bill Kinneberg, I'm Mike Lageschulte for Ute Insider. Thanks for joining us. So long, everybody.